Okay, turn in your books to page 162 and 163. We're going to do sight reading, and then I'm going to give you a few tips on transposition, but I want you to see if you can figure out most of it on your own. Okay? All right, so take 15 seconds and look over 6-21. If you need more time, pause the video. If not, we're going to take off and we're going to go at a decent pace this time, okay? So, 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, all right. So now with the transposition, what I would suggest, I'm going to have you, after I talk for a little bit, pause the video and work on it on your own. But what I would suggest is taking the hands apart and seeing if you can figure them out, and then try them once together, and then see, once you get really comfortable with it, put it together with my playing, and then we'll go from there, okay? All right, so if we're in G major and we're transposing to F major, we're going to have to scoot one down right here. And that will be our starting position. So the left hand should be pretty easy to figure out as long as you've moved. It's the same patterns, and if you want to, you can take your pencil and just write in the chords. So my lead's not working, but for example, the first measure is a 1 chord. Second measure, our 4-6-4 that we just talked about on the other page. 1, 5, 7, etc., etc. And that should help you with the chord shapes as well. Okay. All right, and then the right hand. First note obviously will be F. From there is just going to be figuring out steps and skips. So take some time, figure out the transposition, and then come back to this video when you are ready for it. Just hit play. Okay, if you've hit play, ready to go, at least check it. We're going to go pretty slow just to check all of our notes. This is a good way to check if you're doing things correctly, because you'll hear really weird sounds if you're doing something that I'm not doing. Okay? All right, so 1, 2, ready, go. I have to really think about it as I'm doing it, so I can only imagine how it is for you guys. If it's easy for you, great, but if not, write in as much as you need to when you're doing the transposition. And right now, if you use the book and have those notes written in for the assignment, I don't care that much. So, okay, let's move on to 6-28. Take 15 seconds to look through this, clef, key signature, time signature, all that jazz, and then we will take off sight reading. If you're ready, then we can go ahead, but if you need more time, pause the video. Okay, let's take off. Pretty comfortable, not super fast tempo, but pretty fast. So, 1, ready, go. If you need more work on that, then you can obviously come back to this later. That's totally fine. But for right now, let's see if we can work on the transposition. So we're transposing D major up to E flat major. So we're taking everything up a half step this time. Okay. Same words of advice that I have from the left hand on 6-27. This is a different pattern, but see if you can write in those chords. So for the first two measures, it's a 1 chord. 3 and 4, it's going to be a 4-6-4, back to 1, 7, and 1 again. Okay? Alright, and then the right hand. Make sure that you're following steps and skips and everything. Make sure that you're really thinking about, as long as you're in the starting notes, thinking about those instead of thinking about, hey, what pitch is on the page? Okay? Alright, so I'll give you guys a little bit of time. Go ahead and pause the video right now to work on all of this, and then play it when you're ready to attempt it with me. Okay, if you are playing the video right now, then you are ready to go ahead and try it with me. So, 1, ready, go. Second to last measure, so something sounded a little bit off. This should be a skip right there instead of a step. Okay? Alright, so keep working on that. Play it with me as much as you need to check everything, and write in as much as you need to. So on the next page, we're going to do both of those examples on the page and transpose them.